Hello there, we are Geeks Assembled and we have gathered here today and we're going to talk about Goosebumps, yes, and it's going to be Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns. And we've got our very own Jack-o'-lantern, our pumpkin person here, haven't we, Lee? Well, go to Lee first. What are your opening thoughts, Lee? Can I just say you're looking very interesting today?
Thank you.
You can speak in that. I was a bit worried if you could.
I've just been out on the on the sunbed. What are you asking me? What I've thought of this thing?
Yeah, what your opening thoughts? Yeah, of Goosebumps, the Attack of the Jack-o'-lantern.
Anyway. Oh right.
Yep.
Yeah. It doesn't do pumpkins much favours. This one, does it? Really? It reminds me of a sort of toned down version of the Twilight Zone episodes, which I absolutely love. And I say I do love Goosebumps. I haven't watched them all, but I have got the box set. I say I watched this one this week. I enjoyed it. It was very good. Apart from the naff ending, very naff ending for me. Sock puppets. They could have done a lot better. Could have done a lot better there because the jack-o'-lantern heads and stuff were brilliant, I thought. But the sock puppets was a bit of a letdown for me. But the story is quite good, and it does, it's a bit creepy. And I know it's made for kids. I think Ali, you read the books when you were 27. So yeah, I'd say it was enjoyable. 21 minutes. I mean, they're not that long. So yeah, I enjoyed it, and the ones I have seen as well are all brilliant. Brilliant, told well. Is it R.L. Stan who writes the books? Brilliant writer. Yeah, this one was big thumbs up for this one.
Yeah, Lee's correct. I only read the book yesterday, and can I just say that is some talent, Lee, to do that without moving your mouth. Didn't move your lips once. That's fantastic. Have you become a ventriloquist?
You didn't notice it was the cat that was speaking.
Oh, well, she's got her head just down there. You've got to lift your pussy up a bit. Anyway, let's go to Craig before he falls to sleep. He nods off into the land of jack-o'-lanterns. Go ahead, Craig. What do you think of this?
Yeah, it was an enjoyable episode. It celebrated Halloween pretty well, and it just shows like when I was watching it, like it shows how big Halloween is in America, like compared to over here. Like I don't know if anyone could put in the comments maybe like why Halloween is so big in America compared to here. Yeah, my thoughts are yeah, it was okay. It was watchable, and it reminded me basically of killer clowns, because they're basically aliens that come to Earth disguising as something fun that people are celebrating and things, and then they just want to feast on humans and then fly back off in their UFO spaceship tent. So it kind of made me think of Killer Clowns, and Killer Clowns is probably as bad as it gets. And I do watch a lot of bad movies.
And TV shows, can I just interject?
And TV shows, yeah.
The Only Way is Essex, Geordie Shore, Love Island, the lot. Craig, when is the ship coming to pick you up?
I mean, yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It's one of them things where it's so bad it's good. So, that's my opening thoughts anyway.
Thank you, Craig, and let's move over to Kevin. What do you think of this, Kevin? What do you make of it? Your opening thoughts?
I don't know if I have seen this episode before, maybe in a Dutch dub version. Maybe in the old days they were broadcasted over here. I don't know. Never seen an episode, so this was my first episode actually. Another season 1, but not season 2. So yeah, and I was well, the acting, it's a kid show, so what do you expect? But the pumpkin guy monsters were cool. It was really weird. There were aliens at the sun, and at the end I was like, what the? So, you know what I want to say, but I'm not going to say this because it's forbidden on this cast. And they're forbidden not to words. So, I was very pleasantly surprised. And then at the end, they were like, oh, well, we feed on those 4 missing people. And then I was like, mind blown, really. I was like, this is a kid's show, but it was getting a little bit mature, So, for the 90s and this episode, I really liked it. It was sometimes laughable, but it was funny and creepy at the same time. So, yeah, it's my first presentation.
Yep, that's fine. And let's head over to Germany with Beef Dad. Go ahead, Beef Dad.
Well, I hadn't seen any of this before. I haven't read any of the books. And I can understand that I haven't really missed anything particularly. I can see this being okay for kids, for children, but it's definitely not an adult thing. There is no, there's no subplot to it really. It's just simple, let's tell you a nasty little story. So to be perfectly honest, I'm not hyped up enough. I'm not hyped up enough by it to want to go and watch any of the others. Yeah, that's about it for me.
And let's move over to Brian. Go ahead, Brian. Brian.
Oh, sorry. Hello, I'm here. Okay, so what I thought of this Goosebumps episode, I enjoyed it. I really loved it. I mean, who doesn't like Goosebumps? I mean, come on. At least over in America.
Beef Dad just said he didn't like it. But carry on.
Well, other than you guys, I mean, at least what I meant was at least people over here in America, that is. I mean, come on. Goosebumps is like one of the all-time classic TV shows of all time. At least from the era that it was from. And I grew up with the Goosebumps, so at least over here, in my opinion, over here in America, who doesn't love Goosebumps? I love Goosebumps. And this episode just is absolutely enjoyable. I enjoyed every minute of it. I haven't even seen this episode before. This is my first time watching, but I've only seen like mostly a couple episodes, like maybe 3-4 stories other than this one. But this story with the jack-o'-lanterns, it's enjoyable. I enjoy every second of it. It's one of the best Goosebumps stories that they ever had. It's a Halloween themed type of story, so it's good for the Halloween season and everything. So yeah, it's an enjoyable story, and I absolutely enjoyed every second of it.
Wow, we got some passion from Brian tonight. We got some passion there. Go on, Brian.
Yes, you did.
Say again?
I said yes, you did, Alan.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Susie, have you watched Goosebumps? Attack of the Jack-o'-lanterns?
Yes, I did.
And what did you make of it? Just opening thoughts.
It was good. It was after school special. That's all I could think of. But it was sweet. It was sweet. It had a neat twist at the end, which made it more interesting.
Yep, is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I think it depends a lot on if you grew up with Goosebumps. Like for me,
right,
I grew up with Goosebumps on the telly.
Oh, wow.
And I also read the books because I was a kid in the 90s. It was made in the 90s, showing on TV. I had some of the books. And watching this one again today, because I've seen them all, but when I was a kid. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good. This episode is just a typical Goosebumps episode. It's just a typical one. But it's enjoyable.
Cool.
It focuses on Halloween and it's fun. And there's some really creepy moments, actually.
The ending was very creepy.
Yeah, and then there's the monster at the beginning, the kid dressed up as that thing with the claws. What was it, a werewolf or something? I can't remember now. And it came out at them and they were on the streets. Remember at the beginning of the episode? Jumped out of the woods.
I'm having trouble remembering. Sorry.
And then you've got the scene where she's in the dream. Now that's quite creepy with that man. And he wants those children. He's got them chained up.
Oh,
that's quite
yeah.
dark.
That was dark.
Yeah.
The ending. The fact that the aliens had come 2 years prior and killed people then, and that they're going to come back. Just don't eat too much candy, or they'll eat you too.
Yeah, that threat at the
That
end.
was kind of. Yeah, it was also a little creepy.
Anybody else can jump in. Anybody want to jump in on anything they want to add? Maybe some of the characters or.
I'd like to jump in.
Yeah.
Over here.
Oh my God.
He spent.
Oh my God, that's scary. Talk about creepy.
It's Donald Trump, Susan.
He spent too long in the sunbed.
Yeah, well, this must be because she wasn't. The main character knew that these kids were aliens, so this must.
Yeah.
She must have appeared in another story what we haven't watched. I was a bit confused by that when I was watching it. But I agree with you. I agree with you. The way the part of the dream where the old woman takes them upstairs and all like that. That was very, very dark. Also, where the Pumpkinheads take them to this new area of town where the streets are just paved with candy, sort of thing. And I thought that was just a wonderful bit where I have only got this, and he was piling candy and candy. That was just. I thought that was quite creepy as well. Yeah, okay, yes, it's a kid's thing, but when you're a kid, you thrive on the shocks and the scares and sort of things like this, and then hopefully, for later life, you'll.
Oh, I think we've lost him.
Hello.
Hello, we got you back.
What was the last thing I said?
I can't remember. I wasn't listening.
No, but,
Oh, you said watch the scrubber, right?
It's really distracting because I can't see his mouth move. You know?
Right, you can't see his mouth. It reminded me of the Sarah Ann adventures. Sarah Ann Smith adventures.
Jane.
Sarah Ann
Jane adventures. What?
It reminded me of that show, the companion show, the Sarah
Jane.
Smith?
Sarah Jane. Sarah
Jane
Jane Adventures, yeah. Sarah Jane
Adventures, yeah.
The only difference was it's not as intellectually challenging as the Sarah Jane Adventures was.
Oh, I thought this one was a little more intellectually challenging than that.
You know, what I like about these is that they're all a fun watch. They're just fun. You just sit back and you don't have to think about it. And they're only 20 minutes long. You can just watch one whenever you want. If you've got a spare 20 minutes, you could watch one easily. And they're good. They are good. They are well done. They are well done.
Yeah, they
and
are.
They do get the atmosphere right.
They're very
They did feel creepy.
They're very much enjoyable.
Not everything. You've got to remember, not everything has to be overcomplicated, overwritten. No, it doesn't. It's just TV. It's there to be enjoyed. And if people can't enjoy it, maybe that's their problem.
Maybe. Wow, you've got your passion going there today.
Well, I'm just saying, if people can't find enjoyment in things that are meant for everybody, but mainly towards children, then I feel sorry for them.
Aww.
The aliens were like Zig and Zag from The Big Breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you got a point there. Yes. The alien the head of the alien looked a bit like the Dr.
Muppet
Monster. Oh, what's the one in It's escaped my name now. It's escaped my head.
Well, that's quite easy to
Gone
know.
now. You know the one with the dome and the... You know, one with Alpha Centaurian.
Oh,
Yes. Curse of Peladon.
Yeah, Curse of Peladon reminded me of the thing in the green
Well,
thing.
I made you pumpkins. I know my stuff.
So, but I do agree with Lee. I thought when they unveiled themselves, I did think, because I hadn't seen this episode in such a long time, I completely forgot about the ending. It kind of took me by surprise, the alien bit.
yeah, I didn't see it coming either.
No, I didn't. Just being aliens, the pumpkins being aliens, you know, the kids. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to add? Any favourite moments?
I like seeing all the pumpkins lit up and everything. That looked good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, the pumpkins with the breathing the fire. That was quite good.
Yeah, that was very
Yeah.
good.
It
Yeah.
just made me think of Mike's front garden at Halloween.
Okay.
Yeah, nice guy.
Anyone else have anything to add?
Sounds a bit wrong.
I
What did?
I agree with correct. You there?
Who?
You gone?
He's gone. He
He's
froze.
gone. He's frozen now.
Hello?
Who do you agree with, Lee?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I said I
You
agree with
froze,
Craig. I
Yeah.
agree with Craig about the how big Halloween is in America, and that's how they do it. Over here, you don't see anything like that.
Oh, no, you don't see anything. No. You
Oh,
hardly-
no, are you kidding? People started putting their Halloween decorations up September 1st. It was crazy. It's crazy.
It's not
insane.
like that over here at all. It's not like that over here at all.
Except at Christmas.
Well, not even Christmas anymore,
We
really.
get our Halloween decorations out at Christmas.
Not a lot of people do Christmas anymore as they used to. They haven't got the money.
Well,
And
they
bills
don't
have
do
gone up.
Halloween. They do Halloween over here at a theme park called Fright Night. Yeah. That's the only thing. We don't get trick or treat.
Oh, no!
I don't really don't give a shit.
I don't get trick or treaters either. I lock the gate.
Hey, Lee, I've got to go. Well, don't the hospital staff do that for you.
What?
I've
Trick or
got,
treat, trick or treat.
I've got,
It's only been very recently that they've started doing trick or treating in England. Anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's not that big over here. I mean, you don't see anybody really. Lee, did these jack-o'-lanterns appear in the movie? I can't remember.
I don't think they
What
did.
you want about?
In the Goosebumps movie.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Did they appear? I can't remember.
No, I don't think they did.
No, I don't think they did either.
He's done
No,
a series of new books. They've just been published this year. R.L. Stein, Goosebumps series.
Because they had like loads of them, didn't they? They had like
Well, you know,
but I don't think they're these ones.
the only thing I had a
Like an
complaint
army
about,
of them.
the only thing I had a complaint about the movie though was they changed the look and design of the living dummy. I hated that. I hated when they did that.
Well, you know, there's a second movie coming out of it.
Not a living dummy.
There's
Because
movie number 2.
The look and the design of the living dummy within the movie, they made it more look like Jack Black, and in the TV series, he had nothing to look like the way that he did in the movie.
Well, if they're doing the second movie,
Yeah, they're doing a second movie.
they may change the look of the living dummy again to look like Trump.
Well, all they need to do is borrow Lee's mask.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking too.
Hey, there you are, Lee. It's a job for you now. Oh, yeah. Ooh, you got to go like this as well, Lee.
When are we nice to each other again?
Ooh. Yep. Anyway, I think that's about it. Might as well wrap it up, mightn't we? There's not much to say on this. It's only 20 minutes long. It's a typical Goosebumps episode, really, unless anybody wants anything else to add.
No, not really.
No,
Although,
so-
although some Goosebumps episodes part 1, part 2 episodes sometimes.
Yes, there are two parties. Yes, yeah. The
And they're
Monster
probably
Blood
better.
one, the Monster Blood one, Horrorland. There's a few others.
The Haunted Mask.
Yeah, the Haunted Mask. Yeah, there's a few two-parters. Don't go into the basement. Don't go in the basement. That's two-part. Isn't it?
Stay out of the basement.
Stay out of the basement. That's it. Glad someone's on the ball.
I grew up with Goosebumps, man. I know.
I grew up with it too.
No, you didn't.
I did.
I know much
I was
more
a
than
kid in the
you.
90s, you know.
All right, kids.
First showing.
Enough, children.
I know more than you.
Go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep. All right?
Right, Brian, give us your final say and your score.
Well, I would probably give this Goosebumps episode 10 out of 10 jack-o'-lanterns.
Oh, wow. 10 out of 10. Wow. Let's move on to Beef Dad. Final say and score.
Yeah, as everybody has mentioned, the dream sequence with the old man and the old woman, that was very, very good. And that really saved it for me. Yeah, I suppose at best I can give it a 6.
That's fair enough. A 6 is good. Let's move on to Craig before he falls to sleep, before we lose him to another dimension. Too late.
How can you tell the difference?
I give this a it was a nice like Halloween idea and everything, so I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7's fair enough. And let's move on to Susie.
I don't know how to give this one a grade. It's just something that it is what it is. So I can't really. It's not something I would watch or enjoy, but I can see that it's really good for kids. So for kids, I'd give it 10 jack-o'-lanterns.
Yep. And let's move over to Kevin. Wakey, wakey, Kevin.
Yes.
Reading Messenger.
I'm not reading Messenger. I'm doing
What's your
something
final say
entirely
and score?
else. So yeah, I'm going to give this the acting. It was just a 6. And for the creepiness and the story, I'm going to give it an 8. So that is total 8 out of 10.
We always end up breaking these scores down now, don't we? I blame Alex. Let's move on to Lee.
Roger the Scrubber.
Move over to Hull. For final say and score, Lee.
Where's the scary pumpkin dude?
Is he frozen again?
Hello.
He's frozen
Yeah.
again.
Scary pumpkin dude.
I'm here.
Final say and score.
Admittedly, there are better episodes out there, but this was picked because of the Halloween sort of theme. Bit of a naff ending with the sock puppets for me.
Hey, don't diss sock puppets.
Oh, come on.
Don't.
It could have been done a little bit better, but it gets a 7. There are better ones out there.
Yeah, there are better ones out there. Yeah, I have to say there are better stories out there. There are better.
And before I go, it was me all along.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
really?
It's
Oh my god, it's so scary!
Oh my god!
Ah, run away!
I would have got away with it if it weren't for you pesky kids.
Wrong show. Wrong show.
Well, kids, good night.
We haven't finished yet.
Oh, sorry.
Good night, everybody.
What? No, we haven't finished. I've got my final
Good
say.
night. Sleep
no.
tight.
Bye-bye,
And
everybody.
ever dreams
No
to
one.
you. Bye.
You gotta behave now.
No.
Otherwise, I sent Lee after you.
Now the kids are on their
And
beds.
when he's pussy,
Now
you wanna get in
it's
trouble.
time to edit to rest.
Yeah. Anyway, my final say and score is that I agree with it. Put a sock in it. One of the sock puppets. No, I think, like Lee says, there are better episodes out there, but it's just an enjoyable 20 minutes. And, there are some frightening stuff, like the dream sequence. And she's pushing them up the stairs, and just the noise and the feel of it and everything. It's just really creepy. And then you see all those kids chained up. And there's this horrible, creepy, fat guy. I don't say anymore.
That's something that you would see like in a horror movie.
Anyway, I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8. Thank you for watching. I'd like to thank everybody for joining me here. Look after yourself. Remember to hit that subscribe button to see all the other videos that we do. Yes, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Look after yourself. Take care, and tell us below what you think of this episode of Goosebumps. Yes, we're off. See you later. Ta-ra.
Bye.